So both sides have.
Schoolyard painting is really all gravy though. No hard feelings, built to keep it moving. Never ask what you doing. Just keep something brewing. Let it bang, let it pop. While you call that cop, I'm going straight to the top. See me do it for the TV. Here stands the MC. Back then it made you, now it's gonna make me. Lately, see I'm living life so good. Step my game up, got my street fam out the hood. Let me climb up the charts now. All black heart now. Ninja play the flute while your boy get loot up.
So, we're going to turn the music a little bit down. Good evening, welcome. So far I can't see any stream, which is to be expected at this point, I guess. But just to keep you updated, we should be starting soon, hopefully, with Royalty versus Friendly Fire. Hopefully I get the picks and bans, but yeah, I'm having to rely on other people, especially if nobody's streaming. Yeah, we'll just have to see. In the meantime, we're going to listen to some tunes by Nujabes, may he rest in peace. This one is called Waltz for Life Will Born. And now BMO's live, so let's listen in, hear what's going on. Maybe we can get some infos. In the meantime, feel free to tell me if the microphone is too loud, if the music's too loud, all that sort of thing. Tell me your problems. And I can fix them before the game starts. I also have some interesting info here as I watch BMO stream. It looks like Sir Roberts himself is it's not streaming, is playing for Royalty. Also spotting Toby in lobby, not with the correct name, so he's gunning for that AP. Although that rule does not seem to be as enforced, like, you know, enforced as the other rules. I can also see Nub. So he seems to be playing as well. So that appears to be the full Royalty roster as far as I can tell. Matt H, Sir Roberts, Orpello, Nub, and Tobias. Actually, let me check if I'm spreading misinformation, but I'm somewhat confident his VRML nickname is Tobias. I could be wrong though, I could be wrong. Interestingly enough, they're also marked as inactive. I don't know what's going on. If that's like, how can a team that's inactive actually play again? I am actually incorrect. He has changed his name to Toby, so he's 100% legal. Very nice. No AP tonight. Hopefully no AP tonight. So that's that. They're still in a warm-up. In a 1v1 map, so I won't listen in because that's just gonna be a whole lot of shooting and nothing else, nothing we can determine from that. So we just have to wait until they actually get into the pre-lobby and get that started. Until then, we're gonna listen to some tunes. Hopefully we'll get the game started within the next minute or two. And we do have the first ban, which appears to be Cash. I'll take this as a sign that they're actually pretty close to playing. So let's kill the music. And let's get the edit going. Oh, and that's Cash. Also, that Discord sound definitely was on your part. That totally wasn't my Discord sound, so you should check if you got a DM. Alright, another ping you got. Incidentally, I also have some more pings. And also bans. So we have banned, and please ignore the spacing in between these things. Cash, Vice, Industry, and Manor. So potentially we're looking at Stockpile, Starbrecher, Ulrich, or Museum. We are going OG, and of course Dust 2, and of course Inferno, interestingly enough. I do hope we are not going to see Inferno in any way. Let's get this party started. Yeah. We're gonna hype ourselves up with the theme that goes with everything until we have a lobby. And it looks like the first map will be Stockpile. With friendly fire on the CT side and royalty on the T side. By the way, I'm gonna keep calling them royalty. I don't even care. And again, you should check your Discord pings, as you seem to get pinged a lot. I can hear this through my internet. Alright, it looks like they found a lobby. As everybody loaded in on the right side though, that is the question. In any case, let's kill the Galzim. Always appreciated Gal, but maybe another time. And yeah, let's see. Doesn't look like that voting to end, so hopefully we shall be going here. We're past the dreaded 1 minute. So we can remove the pause screen so you can see the beautiful underside of Stockpile. We're seeing Krant. Not sure where that knife came from. And let's get started. Hello, Biscat. Unfortunately, I don't speak Russian. So I can't really tell what you're saying. You would need to say that in English. Anyways, like I mentioned, the roster on the royalty side, we have Sir Roberts, we have Mad H, we have Toby with apparently a pretty big head. We have Apello and Nub. And on the FF side, we have Tima, Toxic, Krant, Emo, and 2 Phoenix. It looks like Royalty are going for a traditional B pistol push. We have 2 people entering the snake, 3 people making a lot of steps, now pushing onto the side, being engaged. We have 2 people on side already. 2 Phoenix kills off Hello, so Roberts takes out Krant, but Tima is able to kill both Roberts and Mad H, and Phoenix just kills both Nub and Toby, giving the first round to friendly fire. Oh, it's BC. Hello, BC. Sorry, I didn't recognize. I guess I learned some Kompashka lore tonight. I finally know what BC stands for. I had no idea. Let's go into the overview. Felt like my phone was vibrating, but it did not. And on this safe round, Royalty decides to force. Looks like an armor buy. So they're on pretty even footing here. Actually, I would say both Tima and 2 Phoenix are probably at a disadvantage, I would say, because the Uzi is not that nice to fire, I would argue. Maybe they're really good with it. And it looks like they're just trying to get a pick on a Toxic, wisely not peeking. Preserving his so far flawless KD, just, you know, not taking the fight, waiting for Royalty to make a push. Let's go into the A main, see what's happening there. It looks like the majority of FF now have rotated over to A side. Mad H now able to take out Toxic, but lost almost all HP in the process. However, BMO is also one shot, and now they're breaching the side 2v5. This is not looking good for FF. It's all down to Tima now, who's all alone against 5. Most of them are hurt. And he does manage to kill 2. But Toby is still full HP, so he does manage to just mow Tima's body down, because the Uzi is not very effective against armor. So this was a gamble that paid over well for Royalty. They did manage to take the round off, even out the game, and go ahead in eco. They're now able to buy rifles, and it looks like the whole squad agrees on the choice of weapons. M4, curiously enough, we see them still carrying around the ohms. Not sure as to why that is. Potentially disadvantage is not really that big of a deal if like FF needs to stay it like this round. Yeah, we have the 2 men on A long. Toxic falling off, not taking that fight. We have Krant trying to be aggressive, Toby lurking him out, BMO dinking Opello with a 1-shot out of the Deagle. Nub returning, taking out Phoenix, but they know BMO is still on side. Toxic holding A long from the CT. And now BMO being killed by MedH, and MedH also killing Toxic, making that money by using that ump. Leaving again just Tima. So let's go into the action cam. Think he saw Toby. Maybe not. Not hitting the shots, and therefore almost clean round except for that 1 kill, but Royalty managed to make a lot of money by utilizing the ohms that they saved. So I guess that was the part of that play. I'm not entirely sure I agree, as Deagles can be quite lethal, but obviously it worked out for them in this case. And this is the current scoreboard. Toby with quite the high ping, and he's also not moving, and spawn bomb is dropped. Hopefully everything is okay. He's moving now, so Linus ping is coming down. Maybe he just tapped out or something, I'm not entirely sure. MedH moving on to be alone, being very aggressive here, hopefully or potentially trying to sell this as an push. We'll see if the rest of the team falls for it. So far it doesn't seem like anybody's rotating. It even looks like Krant smelled it out as he's immediately running towards mid, while Tima is just anchoring. The rest of the team now stuck on A side, or not stuck, rather defending A side. 2 Phoenix managed to kill Roberts, but is being taken out in a refrag by Opello. Toxic onside also trading out with Opello. So it's a 3v2 situation now, because Krant was able to kill MedH. Then, like a madman, just runs into the smoke. Emo from the CT side, just flanking, shooting down Nub, leaving just Toby, and I think they know where he is. Absolutely they do, because they are pumping him full of lead, killing him. So this is another round for FF. 2-2 situation. It's quite close all around, but the retake on the A side worked pretty well for FF. And because they planted and because they made so much money on the prior round with the ump save and the ump win, in fact, they have loads of money, can buy into this one and probably even next one, especially if they plant. But money is also another thing, as they say, on the FF side. So it's rifles all around. Actually, let me stop the stream in the background from Vimo. It looks like they're going back to their traditional A. No attempt at faking. Hopefully catching somebody being aggressive SCT, but FF really disciplined, holding back. Except Tima, who's just checking B long. I think he realized there's nobody coming my way, so it's probably an A. Vimo, what he saw coming was bullets, and before he died in mid. Krant now rotating, taking over the spawn, hopefully not dying the same way. He's half HP, but so is MedH. MedH now dropping, but not being able to get that kill, turning this into a 4v4 situation, but it looks like Royalty are pushing along. They managed to kill 2 Phoenix. Interestingly enough, it looks like Phoenix and Toxic swap positions, as Toxic is now on A side. Krant just holding long from mid, and Toxic, as Krant fell back, able to get the other frag. Now in the 2v2 situation, but Krant is a bit too early. I don't think the rest of Royalty know where Tima is. They probably expect him on B, considering he's a B player. Toby looks like he just managed to miss Tima, but Tima probably saw him 1v1 situation, and he probably heard those footsteps as well. However, unfortunately for Tima, he has to peek this. Nub can just play it passively, and he does until Tima pushes him. So he managed to win that one. 3-2 now for Royalty. Eco-wise, I think FF can buy into this. The question is, will they or will they play it safe? Looks like they're playing it safe. We are seeing Eagles coming. Current scoreboard, fairly even all around in terms of frags. And it looks like Royalty is opting for a straight B push. All the footsteps are made, so they're not even hiding it. They're just going full speed. Rotations are coming in, except for Toxic and Phoenix. Maybe they're trying to get an early flank. However, Tima immediately being melted on plastic by Sir Roberts. Interesting enough, Grant did buy a mini AK. It did not pay off for him. Neither did the Deagle for BMO, as they all died. In terms of damage, only Orpello is slightly tagged. I would say, best case, FF, go for exit frags. Do some eco damage. It's probably not winnable, but we shall see if this is true or not. Phoenix checking out the spawn, testing if there's any guns, but I don't believe any guns were left. Toxic, therefore, making his KD worse by engaging a fight that he did not able to win. There we just restored chat. Lost it for a second. There we are. And I believe, yeah. Phoenix is just ratting near pipes. We'll see if Nub falls for the trap or if he checks that corner. He does not, and he pays with his life. Can Kobe deny that gun? He cannot, as Phoenix just grabs it and runs away like a child that stole some candy. In this case, yeah, it was an AK, so hopefully no child steals an AK. That could be potentially dangerous. But Phoenix is no child, therefore that was alright. Good evening to you, sir. To this high caliber game, another round for Royalty. They're up 4-2 now in terms of scoring. They also managed to, you know, save themselves some money, avoid the pre-nade. Everybody here at A, we're seeing Orpello now gearing towards the mid, making sure there's no flank. 2 people in A long. It looks like Tima and Grunt are pushing B, so they're well aware that it's an A by now. There comes the push, pre-firing into the corner where nobody is. Toxic avoiding the nade as well. We have Phoenix on the long crossfire, but Sir Roberts managed to take him out, leaving just BMO, who was able to kill Mad H, and also Sir Roberts gets one shot. That nade does not connect, that one might, and he leaves out that fight. Tima, however, meanwhile in the flank, oh my god, so much is happening. He's still full HP, he knows where Sir Roberts is. Unfortunately for him, again, he has to defuse, and I don't think he has clippers. No, he does not. So Roberts can just play it safe, not give Tima the fight. And I think that's just exactly how he's going to play it. He's probably suspecting that Tima doesn't have clippers at this point. So he will just play far back and make Tima check every corner. Now here's it. Tries to pre-fire, but Tima still has way too much HP, so he wins that one. Beautiful flank from Tima, just in time, killing 3 people and securing the round win to a 3-4, if now no tracking fuck-ups happen during the defusal. And of course he manages to do it. Can he pick up a gun? Yes, he can pick up 1 gun, not 2 guns, but it's better to just secure the defuse than potentially pick up guns that you then lose because you fumbled the defuse. Alrighty, 3-4, it's a very tense game. Normally I like to try to be a bit more entertaining, but this one is, you know, a pretty big ticket game, if I may phrase it like this. And it looks like Roy are going for B. Mad H now back towards A, maybe trying to sell it or at least hold the flank because they just got flanked by Tima. Tima will check out the B main. Will Sir Roberts be able to get him? He sprint peeks it and pre-fires it. He saw somebody, immediately falls back. Are they actually moving? 2 Phoenix is ratting on the A long. We'll see if Mad H finds that corner. He sees Mad H dropping, but nothing else. Tries to hit him with the FAMAS, doesn't. And it looks like now most members of FF are rotating towards A side, which could be potentially fatal. It's just Tima on the spot. Let's go into the action cam. He's prepping a nade. And another one. He's holding the fort. However, the snake is now breached. And so he goes down, being shot by Sir Robots, so they only managed to take out one member. Now Toby is being killed by 2 Phoenix, but he is on literally 1 HP, and Mad H is actually behind them. So in this 3v2 situation, I would definitely give it to Roy. Mad H will be easily able to frag at least one person, if not 2. However, he's being spotted by Toxic here, so they know he's behind him and his teammates cannot help him. He managed to kill Toxic, which is arguably the better kill because he was full HP, leaving just Phoenix, who's way too low to take these fights. So he's just gonna pick up guns and make it out of there one more time. Potentially trying to get 2 guns, but maybe he deems it too risky since his position has been compromised here. So I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe Tima only saw one person and expected it to just be a hold. Oh no, Sir Robert's dying to the bomb, or Pello trying to run back to get the gun. I don't think he will be able to. No, he does not. But it should not matter. They have enough money to buy into this one. So obviously that's not ideal, but it's not a game breaker. And we are entering the final round of this T-side for Royalty. 3-5 so far the score. All in all, a pretty even game, even though the score is slightly favored for Royalty, but I think FF can win because they have guns, except for Bimo, who didn't manage his economy because he has a Deagle. I don't think he has a real gun then, because why else would he have a Deagle? The rest of the team, however, has guns, and we see some utility. It looks like they're more aiming towards B-side, hoping to catch somebody on the CT, being aggressive. However, Tima is not pushing it hard. He's just peeking from time to time, or actually the whole time. Now Sir Robots dares to peek. Tima sees him. Tima manages to slightly tag him and now falling off. It looks like once again, for some reason, Bimo is rotating towards the A side, even though it's a B. Oh my god, there's so many walls in the way. Trant must have heard this. Tima, with a beautiful headshot, managed to kill Sir Roberts. However, he's about to be swarmed. He does kill, however, Noob before he's taken out by Pello in this now 4v3. They lost sight, but the retake is immediately available from Plastic, and Mad H trying to flank is being flanked by Toxic. Now 4-2 situation. Bimo with no gun actually is able to spot Toby, and now it's just Pello against 4. Bimo running in is very wise move. He has the weakest gun, so it doesn't even matter if he dies. However, he does manage to just avoid all Pello's shots while Krant trades it out. And then Bimo shoots down Mr. Toxic, something most of us want to do. So, you know, since it was a last round of this side, he could do so without any sort of real damage to the game. Alright, now the interesting part. If FF managed to win this pistol round, especially with the plant, they should set themselves up for being in the lead by, you know, getting the 5-5 and then probably successfully the 6-5, assuming they don't lose another, you know, safe round like they did in the first CT half. But if they don't, they will fall certainly behind another 2 rounds, which would bring Royal comfortably in the lead. We see an early flashbang by Mad H. Didn't take anybody, didn't do any damage, didn't cause any footsteps. He is peeking that corner, but he's about to be peeked by 3 people. They are now starting to sprint, so they know what's up. Flashbang falls out, however, he's already falling back. The rotations from Roy now coming in. Mad H able to kill Krant, but then is just being gunned down, and now it's 4v1. Toby all the way over in A side towards mid. Yeah, he has to fight this to not give the enemy money. 2 Phoenix probably about to die. No, he spots him. He should just run away. Or he's playing with him, because if they play time on Die to the Bomb, they will make that money. That bread, that dollar bill. Or maybe 2 Phoenix is just suicidal. I don't know what's going on at this point. He's being shot in the back. Played with fire. Played a bit too long. But it does look like Friendly Fire is attempting to just draw it out. Die to the Bomb. And force Toby to, you know, play the game. But Bimo taking no chances whatsoever, shooting down Toby, and therefore securing the round. 5-5, very good pistol start for FF now. However, they did lose the previous safe round, and as a result, maybe they are now forcing not into anti-eco, but instead into rifles. That means very little util. On the Roy side, we see absolutely nothing. It is an absolute full save. They're not stacking anything either. It's just knives out, every man for himself. We'll see how that goes. Opello walking up, trying to sell some knives, but Tima is like, no sir, I don't need any additional cutlery, and just shoots him. See Toby ratting in the rat spot on a long. If they do not check this, then they are fools. But they do check it. The knife does not come out. The Englishman could not be channeled. So Roberts now trying the flank. Both Nub and Mad H are on side. Actually, they're kind of stacking. I'm not sure why Mad H gave away his position. However, he probably prevented the plan. So in that regard, I guess it was a success. But in general, this was obviously not the result. No kills there. Obviously also no bomb plant, so not 100% ideal for FF, but pretty good. Scoreboard-wise, we are now at 6-5. We see Tina popping off with the 13-7. Really nice plays. Rest of the team pretty evenly, except Mr. Toxic, who does not have the best KD. We know him for his best KD, so this is a bit unusual. On the Roy side, we have Opello and Toby top fragging and scoring respectively. And looks like a strong A push. That nade misses Toby. He did make footsteps, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're double peeking him and somehow he managed to survive, trading out about the same amount of HP. That nade heavily tagged Tima. Where did that come from? Oh, that tracer is already gone. I think it came from CT. Popular nade by now. And yeah, the take falls apart as both Grant and Phoenix are being killed, and now it's just spraying through smoke. Dino also dying to Mad H. And Toxic not being able to manage to refrag. Mad H, however, is one shot. He should not even fight this. However, he does manage to kill Toxic on a long, leaving just Tima. So if there's ever a time to pop off, it was now, but Nub is having none of that. So they take the round pretty, you know, resoundingly by killing all the members and not losing a member on themselves. Meaning they made a lot of money. And they have now a lot of money on the util game. On the FF side, they need to save. Although Krant does have a little bit of, you know, play money, they does not invest it in any way. I think he only bought a knife. As some people know, Krant is the knife bender. So we'll see if he can, you know, earn fame to his name, so to speak. Rest of the team going with Eagles, except Mr. Toxic, who decides, fuck the meta police, I'm buying a 5-7. We'll see how that works out for him. Some util being dropped. Not in the slightest impressed. However, the nade just kills him and Opello does manage to kill him. Trent, the knife bender, manages to actually knife Mad H, the absolute mad lad, and gets his M4 on most down Opello in the take. But now he's all alone against 3. He probably needs to save that gun or at least get another frag before he tries to breach. Finds the robots, finds Nub. Nub now at 1 HP, he's still pretty good, but there's so many guns aimed at him. Any peek could be his last. Toby now pushing up to him, they trade out, but that is not what you want to do because they can just pick up those guns. He made a little bit of extra cash for himself, which is nice by getting all those kills and that knife kill. But he was obviously between a forklift and a dropper place, so he couldn't really get out of that situation with 3 guns aimed towards his head. 6-7 now. FF really needs to now win a round because otherwise this will just run away in terms of economy, in terms of, you know, coming back from that one. Looks like they're spreading out a little bit. We have a 2-1-2. Maybe going for a pick or going for some speed aggression that they can abuse. But so far on the right side we see none of that behavior. They're just holding positions. Somebody nail long. It's pretty hard for me to say or to you know, find the perfect angle as there's multiple fronts. We now see 2 people coming out of Snake. So he's spotting that. However, he does not manage to kill anybody and does not manage to being traded out. But Nub does manage to kill Krant and then nade Timas back. By now, Roy probably assumes it's a B. We have 2 Phoenix in the B long fighting Sir Roberts. But the rest of the Roy are not rotating. They're just being steady. Bimo, meanwhile, is rotating. What's the B side? We have a 3v4 situation. Now Toxic is also still at the back of A main. Blue Phoenix does manage to take out Nub. 3-3 turning it out, but Sir Roberts is still on side, and with just 35 seconds on the clock, they cannot afford to be too slow. They have to make footsteps. They have to aggress fast, otherwise the clock will run out. Mad H now, assuming maybe it's a B, Does he have an angle from here? He kind of does. He's now checking. So Roberts does manage to take out BMO, and Phoenix dies to mid-H, leaving just Toxic with 13 seconds on the clock and the bomb being dropped. He probably cannot win this. Picks the fight anyways, but now he's too low. Is there any gun nearby he can save? Probably not even. So he just decides to hunker down, giving another round to Roy, and also they can probably save some guns here. Indeed, they are picking up some guns. And now 6-8, we potentially have the funny number coming up. We see Toxic still having his M4. The rest of the team going for deagles, except Krant, who I think again just has knives. Yes, he loves those things, those pointy sharp shanks, and he does manage to, you know, kill people with it, so it's very effective for him. Especially since for whatever reason you get paid a lot of money if you stab people. Dima now picking a fight with H, losing more HP, managed to attack H once. Emo and Krant managed to sneak into Snake pretty far back. Toby is holding it from the forklift. Rest of the team is more geared towards A, but Roy is not moving off. They're holding positions. Now a flashbang into Snake, but I don't think that tagged anybody. No footsteps were made. It doesn't look like that gave them any intel by just not moving. Krant now being shot down before his knives could connect. They know there's a second player in there. 45 seconds on the clock. There's now a gap in mid, but of course FF does not know this. Emo falling back. I believe he has the bomb. Spamming that M4. Not sure. I think Opello killed Tima on A main. No hits here connecting from... Oh, never mind. Now Nub is one shot. But they are not able to take him out, leaving just Mr. Toxic against 5. Most of them are tagged. But so is he. He actually has the bomb. I don't think they know where he is. Does manage to kill Opello, but Manage is pretty close at this point. They will just be able to use that peek. He's a bit laggy, I feel like. I don't know if that's a PAF TV thing, but he seems rubber bandy to me. Hopefully that's just PAF TV. To be honest, I can't really tell what's PAF TV and what's not. Looks like 2 Phoenix is moving towards the B side. 6-9, so we do have funny number. Roy has the opportunity to, you know, bring it home, get the first map. In terms of scoreboards, that's where we are. But FF does have the money to fully buy and have all the util in the world. So potentially they can make it work. Looks like they are not even contesting A long at this point. They drop 3 people. Opello, however, with a beautiful nade, makes them low. Grant just running in there, trying to pick up the bomb. I don't know what that was. And now everything falls apart, leaving again just Mr. Toxic against 4. He does manage to kill Opello. He knows that Mad-H is still there. He kills him, but he loses all the health and he has to play this one. There's no more saving. And indeed, he cannot save his life on this one. Meaning, first round, first map is going towards royalty. 6-10 on the stockpile. This is the final scoreboard. We're probably going to take a short break and return on the second map. Usually it takes like 5 minutes. So I will see you then. In the meantime, we're going to listen to some more tunes while I update the scoreboard picture. Actually, let's not pick that song. Let's pick this one. This one's called Old Light.
Rewind, see what you find. Yo, my symbol is a sign in the same timeline. We song, so we keep it on like light at the break of dawn. So what you on, my dick? The next man's dick just beats the canvas. You getting all colors of the spectrum, direct from the Midwest. But time is infinite. My hip hop's eternal. Reflect on that whole life. If you can't see my man, just hold tight. We're gonna ride.
And we already have the second map, which appears to be Stahlbrecher. Interesting pick, I would say. I believe it is FX pick, meaning they will probably start on the T side. We'll see how that works out for them. This is traditionally a very CT-sided map. So, you know, they are basically fighting uphill on this one. Let's see if they can pull it off, or if Roy is able to manage to bring the victory early, winning 2 maps. And it looks like no break were applied. No breaks were applied. They are already searching for another game server. This is crazy. So hopefully they find a server fast and we can immediately continue. As indeed they already connected. And looks like everybody is also on the right side of the, you know, of their team. So we can start. Amazing. Let's kill the music. Oh, actually, we can listen to like maybe 1 more minute. And there we have it. The 1 minute mark is over. So we're loading in. Let's kill the pause screen. Toxic just running over to Toby, kind of rude. Like predicted, FF gets to play the T side. Roy decided to go CT, which is very logical on this one. So this pistol round is very crucial as it dictates the first few rounds. I mean, every pistol round is crucial, but especially on a CT-sided map, that is one of the few rounds where you are not at a heavy disadvantage, I would say, as a team. And it looks like a B push with 2 people towards the mid. So Roy spots this immediately. I think Roy believes this to be an A, but Mad H is already able to get over to the dropper. So this is kind of dangerous. However, good for FF. It's just enough if the 3 people can execute. They will actually get the B side pretty much for free. They know now where Mad H is. 2 Phoenix must keep the appearance of pressure up. And now Roy must realize, oh, it's actually not an A. Nub just needs to hold down the fort. Delay, delay, delay. That's the name of the game. No teamer, this is not the time to plant. And he realizes this. Just casually shoots Nub. Managed to plant 2v4, so probably not going to be able to defend this one. But the plant is down. This is the most important part. Tima managed to take out Mad H, who's eager to run in and die. But Tima not stopping, killing him one more. But not able to take out Toby. I don't think it would have mattered because Sir Roberts was already in the flank, being able to, you know, shoot Tima as he had no cover. First round towards Roy, but Plump was planted, so this will be now a very interesting round. If FF cannot manage to get this one, they will be quite far behind, both in money as well as, you know, in terms of score, because they will also probably lose the 3rd round. Winning a safe round on this one is quite hard. Mad H also not interested in the meta police, buys an AUG, much like he says, I want to say the gamer word. He also says, I want to buy what is not meta. So he buys that gun. It looks like this time he's not aggressive, which doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't bring the AUG to a close combat fight. They're just static, not really reading that it's a B. So it's just 3 people. Toby is not even a dropper. Now he's going to Rusty. Footsteps are being made, so they must know. Nemo trades out with Mad H, leaving just Nub, who once again is in a position where he just needs to hold. However, 2 Phoenix already at the dropper, preventing the reinforcement. Nub is now being taken out. So now it's a 4v2, 4v1 because Toxic with the AK-47, some people may call it Luck 47, managed to one-tap Sir Roberts on the barrels, leaving just Opello, who realizes, you know what, I kind of like this M4 and I kind of like not dying, so I'm just gonna slowly walk back here and, you know, keep doing both of those things. He's probably able to manage those things because it doesn't look like FF is gonna hunt him. And why should they? That would be very unwise. What wasn't unwise was the take. They got the frags, they got the entry, and yeah, then they had the site and they locked it down beautifully. If they can manage to do that a few more times, their odds are good. Let's see how Roy reacts to this. In this breaking development, as the angry calculator explodes alone in the corner, not taking anybody with it. I would assume they saved the gun for Bimo, who sacrificed his life for the cause. Yeah, he has an AK, so everybody is good. On the right side, they need to full save, except for Opello, of course, who did manage to save his M4. Interestingly enough, he's going into radio. Personally, I would like to see that M4 on the headshot, so in case he gets killed, he can recover that. Obviously, it can also be recovered in radio, but I feel like headshot is the last place. So Robots trying to channel his inner Englishman, stabbing people, but Krant saying only I am the one with the knives. Not being taken out by Phoenix. Opello only taking slight damage. I'm not sure if that even was from the grenade or that was from the pre-fire. Now the radio is beautifully smoked off as his headshot. So they're just completely boxed in and, you know, taken down by a beautiful grenade. MedH will now try to get and go for that gun. FF should read this and protect that gun. However, that gun is quite retrievable for MedH if he goes for it. He probably suspects that they suspect that he suspects. So nobody does anything. I don't know where I was going with this. This is the second map. And the first map is 10-6 in favor of Roy on stockpile. Yeah, but in terms of a start for the T side on Stahlbrecher, this is probably, you know, as good as you can expect it to go. If you don't win the pistol round, winning the subsequent rounds is pretty nice. And now MedH has nothing left to lose. He's going for that gun. He's gonna get that gun. Very nice. After the round is won, there's no bonus, so even if he would have died trying to pick that up, he wouldn't have lost. Has given up anything. It was a risky maneuver, and on the FF side, they couldn't really do anything about it. In terms of denying that because of how close the bomb was. They would have need to push out, and yeah, that would have been risky, getting stabbed. Getting the stabby. So now it looks like they are quite heavy with their A-push. I'm gonna try that again. We have two Phoenix checking if MedH is being aggressive on the dropper again. Actually, both of them are pushing in there. I assume they're gonna either fake a little bit of aggression on the B side or going into the dropper as soon as they're clear. Not sure. We'll see. I'm trying to find a good angle here, but obviously there's a lot of geometry in the way. This is absolutely terrible. I don't even know why you guys watch this. It looks like they're just straight up dropping while two Phoenix is holding the flank. Now the smokes come in both exactly in the same spot. I don't think that was intended. However, headshot is beautifully smoked off. This one, however, could be quite detrimental as it will just smoke themselves off. If that is a nade, that is not a nade, but it's a perfect smoke, and that is a nade. I think Opello, oh, he just tucks in the corner and managed to avoid that. Now everything is just smoked off and bullets are flying everywhere, but nobody's being hit. However, they should be able to plant. Kima being cheeky, just sprinting on site before he even types in the final number. Types the final number as he goes, leaving just up in a 1v3. This is winnable, but it is definitely difficult. So we're going into the action cam. He suspects somebody in radio, but MedH did trade out with Tima. He saw just the gun, so he knows at least one player is exactly on point. I think he's not even going to attempt to, you know, take this fight. Oh, never mind, he peeks. He sees Krant, but he ducks just in the right case, and then they peek together. He does manage to take out Krant, however, 2 Phoenix kills him and manages to pick up the gun. So in the end, that was a definite win for FF, and they take another round, meaning 1-3. If they can keep this going, this will be very good for them. As I said, it's a rather CT-sided map in general, so this is very good. Any more rounds they can win, it will help them close out this set, which is technically true for every map and every situation, but yeah, especially in this one. And it looks like we have a 1-2 split leaning towards the B. And it looks like Roy's stacking B a little bit, having 3 people there. So Robert's now aggressive in the mid, not finding anybody, so he will probably call a B. Toxic may be able to be behind him, but it could be dangerous for both BMO and Phoenix because he is in the flank. He only, however, has Deagle. He needs to land those shots, but no shots connect, so he's now spotted. I'm not sure why Mr. Toxic is splitting over there, what the advantage of that is. I guess they could rotate into A by dropping if they feel like, okay, let's actually not take the B. And they absolutely shouldn't take the B. The B is full of rats, if I may frame it this way. We have Toby in that corner. And Toby does manage to stab Tima. Krant kills Toby, and Medage is still there. And surprises Krant, who tries to plant the bomb as there's still somebody on site. Turning this suddenly into a 2v2 situation, but I think 2 Phoenix knows. Actually, no. 2 Phoenix doesn't know where Sir Roberts is. Medage is quite upset that he doesn't have a knife, but he doesn't need one because he just shoots Toxic straight in the face. 22 seconds on the clock with just Sir Roberts in a 1v1 situation. He doesn't have a gun. Is there any gun nearby he could go for? He's also one-shot. Unfortunately for him, he runs in the corner where there's nothing except his own death and demise, and Phoenix takes him down, managed to clutch it out. But in terms of how safe rounds go, this one was pretty good for Roy. They managed to kill 4 members. Unfortunately, they didn't manage to stop the plan, that they also, of course, didn't win the round, but 4 is not bad anyway. 1-4 though. Checking the scoreboard, Tima once again really pushing ahead. On the Roy side, we have Medage getting also 7 kills. And it looks like Roy decides to try that one more time, having 3 people on the mid. Not sure if Medage is saving or if that's... No, he has this thing on the back and is prepping to pre-nade. However, there's nobody there. So that will just go into nothing. Pello now finding out, hey, there's people here. Not sure. Yeah, that's a smoke grenade. That nade bounced off. So he just needs to make it out of there. That nade, I believe, did not tag him, but they probably suspect him to be on the barrels. Let's try to find a better spot here. It is near impossible to find a good spot. Pello now peeking, but what is this, Tima? That is absolutely mad, running up like that with a flashbang, but he does manage to take out Pello. Trades out Krant, but dies to BMO from the headshot, turning this down a 4v3 situation. BMO being aggressive on the putter, being taken out by Toby, but immediately fragged by Tima, who also is not in any way content. He wants more kills. He also takes out Sir Roberts, and I think he hurt Nub, and now they know Nub. He keeps him, and he manages to kill him with just a slither of health left. I was sure it was his downfall, but for some reason I think Nub stopped firing. I'm not sure what that was. Maybe one of those dreaded sounds that happen when Palto decides you're not supposed to shoot your gun right now. Hopefully it was nothing like that, but I can absolutely see that happening. 1-5, so this is an excellent start for FF. If they can keep this going, even if they only win 1 more round, this is an excellent T result. And then they can drive it home on the CT side. Let's see how it goes. Looks like Roy is switching it up a bit. We have Medage now pre-nading, but that nade was a little bit too early. They still have their 2-3 split with more people leaning towards the B, which is interesting because they lost a lot of A sides. It looks like Toby is actually in Rusty. It looks like FF is doing the same split again where they have 2 people at dropper, but now Roy reacts to it by having people rotating over just Pello. I think they heard those steps, so those rotations, so 2 Phoenix is on the flank now. So they are sort of holding the pressure up there, forcing Nub and Toby to come out of Rusty just because of 2 Phoenix. Meaning A-side is again 4v2 situation. If A-side executes now, they should be able to take it. Even Sir Roberts goes into Rusty, so it's Matt all alone, but he just kills Trent no matter what. And they unleash the artillery. I think that was 3, if not 4 grenades into Mad H's radio. And yeah, there's no way to survive that, even if 1 grenade misses. Tima even captures the radio. Now it's a 4v4 situation, not impossible, but the way they have the side locked down, Tima managed to hold radio. Toxic shoots Sir Robert on the pillar, while the rest of Roy is still tricking in. And oh no, that's a nade. Oh, that nade almost killed Opello. He's now pretty much 1 HP. Not 1 HP, but pretty low. Let's just say, in terms of health, I would not want to be like this. My health provider would not enjoy having to heal that one up. And Opello seems to agree by just running away. He has enough of that shit. He's just out of there. Nut, meanwhile, is below Rusty, hoping somebody is being aggressive. But I don't think that will happen. Meaning another round will go towards FF. 1-6. Current scoreboard. Tima dying to the bomb, dying for the cause. BMO trying to pick up those guns. I don't think that's going to happen, but it doesn't even need to. They have so much money. They should be easily able to buy the next 2 rounds, whatever they want, whatever their heart desires, before there's the round switch. And Tima really taking off here, 12-4, getting all those kills, being really aggressive, and it pays off. It looks like now Roy is actually switching up their strategies, you know, by having 2 people push A long and Sir Robert's pushing main, but he's taken out by 2 Phoenix. LH did manage to make it into Cubby. I don't think I heard this one, so he's deep in their flank. If he plays it smart, he can absolutely surprise them, maybe kill 2. If they check that corner, will they check that corner? That is the big question. Tima goes for it, he checks it, and he makes it. Yeah, that was really important there. If he stayed in there and then flanked them early, that would be a total devastating strike for Nailong. We have Toby now, but Toby about to find out, yep, they know how to throw these nades. And there is a flashbang and a smoke, so even if he's alive, he can't really see anything. He's gonna flashback and just pre-fire the smoke, but they wisely just hide and let BMO do the return fire, take him down. BMO, however, is very low at this point. I'm not sure where he took all the damage. Maybe Mr. Toxic, you know, shot him. Up now managed to find Tima, who's been their nemesis so far. Grant not happy about that, shooting down Nap. Opello trading him out, but it's now a 3v1 situation, and the bomb is actually not planting for anybody of the FF side, but Opello does of course not know this, and he also really doesn't have time to rotate, or maybe he's attempting to. Emo probably heard that. That nade fell on the ground. Do we have a meme sound for that one? For the dreaded falling through the floor. We do indeed, and Opello is running away. Just saving his gun one more time for the last round, as he should, because money is a thing. Normally in rap music you hear money ain't a thing, but yeah, they are on loss, so that's very helpful. But of course being on loss is actually not helpful. So they are able to buy all the guns, because Opello can drop for Mad H if needed, but he doesn't even, so they can buy all the util in the world. As this is the final, you know, the final round of the T-side for FF, and what a T-side it has been. 1-7, you really almost can't, I mean, of course you can ask for a better result, which would be 8-0 at this point, but 1-7 is probably more than you expect, and it really paid off. They really managed to execute all their takes here, and so far Roy hasn't found any answer to it. They tried the aggression, and I think Mad H is trying one more time. He's flashing, taking the fight with Grant, and Tima cannot reflag as he's flashed. So maybe this time, where they are in the disadvantage, they can finally win a round. See a counter flashbang from Opello holding them down. But Roy has seen this before, where they have a little bit of aggression on the B, so they're probably not going to rotate on this one. Yes, everybody's staying static, as they should, except for Toby, who's really aggressive in mid. Will he get a pick? Will he find Mr. Toxic? Mr. Toxic peeking into him and killing him, turning this to 4v4. However, Toxic is halved in HP. Now Roy doesn't really know anything anymore, because, like, where the hell are they? And it looks like they're dropping again, and so Roberts seeing the headshot early. If that's a nade, Mad H has a problem. It is a nade, he just somehow survives, and he gets killed with a flashbang. Tima is like, you know what, if my grenade doesn't kill you, my flashbang absolutely will kill you. I will kill you with my flashbang. And so he did. Also, Sir Roberts was killed, trying to prevent the plan. 2 Phoenix now in the flank, not letting Opello out of B. Opello at this point should not even try to contest it, should just run over to the pillar and try a more traditional retake. However, Tima also managed to capture the radio, and now Opello dies to 2 Phoenix, leaving just Nub, who absolutely has to play it. So if there was ever a hero hour, it is this one. And he gets naded right from the start, so they know where he is. He's also being smoked off. Things are not looking well for our hero Nub in this moment. He's pushing onto site, but BMO just shuts them down. Yeah. Anyways, maybe Roy can bring this one back. However, it is a mountain to climb out of. Yeah, and you get more Discord pings. Actually, that was me. And it looks like Roy decides B is quite the nice side. Let's go there. Let's everybody go there. Let's not even bother with mid or connect or any of that nonsense. Matt H just charging ahead. Trent not able to do anything. Or maybe it was Tima. Sir Roberts punishing that by just killing Tima. And then also killing Grunt. He is sick of this shit. But it looks like actually a rotate is coming in hot. BMO probably heard that. He did indeed. We still have Mr. Toxic on the headshot. I think they should have just taken B side. We'll see how that works. Mad H taking a lot of damage. Does he have the bomb? Let me just check that real quick. He does not, so it doesn't even matter that much. 2 Phoenix is holding down the 8 side as the rotate is slow from behind. Clock is ticking, and Toxic is in a better position, taking out Nub as he has lots of cover, but nobody's in radio. That doesn't even matter as Mad H managed to being shut down by BMO from the pillar, turning this suddenly to a 3v3 situation. 2 Phoenix is still on A. Now he hopefully should rotate as BMO is being taken out by Toby. That is a flashbang that was trying to prevent the plant, almost did, but I think it only slightly managed to tag Toby. So maybe they know he's here. And he managed to kill 2 Phoenix, now leaving just Mr. Toxic in a 1v3 situation. I feel like we just saw this, but maybe Mr. Toxic can. No, he cannot. I was about to say, but then I stopped saying as he got shot. He does not win these. And it might be that Sam Savage jinxed. However, losing the pistol round is not the worst in the world, even if they lose another one. Once rifles come into play, it's a different game. Obviously, having the util is tremendously helpful. But yeah, if they can save it, and it looks like they elect for a full save with a partial knife train, one coming towards A, one towards B. They should hear now the members of Royalty running up. We have 2 members on A main actually, but it doesn't look like anybody from Roy is going there. We have Mr. Toxic sprinting for the knife. And being stabbed, and stabbing twice. BMO really channeling his inner Englishman. Trent now going for gun. They do manage to pick up the gun. And now they're in the awkward position that enemies actually have better guns than them. But it doesn't even matter to Apollo. He's just saying, I have my UMP and that's all I need. However, getting 3 kills and 2 of those knife kills obviously is really nice for the battle chest. Yes, indeed, that was a good save. And yes, again, I cannot tell if this is PAF TV. It's really hard for me to tell what is PAF TV. I know that PAF TV can be quite deceiving, be that in the first or third perspective. It does not at all appear to be what the server is actually doing. So hopefully that's just some sort of PAF TV artifact and not actually Matt H rubber banding. But on the other hand, we also have Tima and Grant and 2 Phoenix, of course, with very high pings. Although, I have to say, ever since Tima was able to get fiber, I feel like the experience playing against him is much better. That's a very interesting smoke coming there. Nub immediately being able to take down Emo, who was trying to hide behind that, but I don't think he just quite manages it. But 2 Phoenix just spraying before the smoke noise, managed to take out Nub and then deploying some smoke. However, Opello is already past this in this 4v4 situation. They're nading long, not finding any techs. Radio is being smoked off, and I don't think they have the nades to make this happen. They cannot stop Match 8 from crossing. He just walked over there. He's now in the corner to kill anybody who's coming out of radio, but he just trades out, leaving in a 2v2 situation. This is winnable, but it is hard. Trent needs to take out headshot. They spot headshot, but he is not able to get the frag. And now it's just Toxic, and Toby plays this right by just running off. There's nothing for him to gain here. They know where the last person is. They just need to double up long. It looks like he's not trying to do that. And that's a very risky play. If Toxic can hit one more hit on him, it looks like he's not saving. He's killing Toby, but he knows I don't have time to defuse the bomb, let alone deal with Sir Roberts. So he might go for more guns, saving one more. But of course, another round for Roy. Maybe Sam Sabers actually jinxed it. If that is the case, then yeah. Good job, Sam Sabers. Good job. It looks like Roy will use this opportunity to just smash B, smash that B button, so to speak. And where are the guns? Tima has one. And 2 Phoenix and Toxic have one. So there's one gun pretty much everywhere. Tima does manage to tag mid-H. Sir Roberts also took damage. Krant being naded on 1 HP, they know where he is. And he just shoots him. I'm not even sure what that angle was. And it looks like they decide to full save. But just... I'm not sure what's going on. I think we need more memes for this one. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm just memeing at this point. I mean, if you know, then please type in chat. I don't know what this is. I mean, I know it's Mario. Obviously, I know it's Mario. I'm asking about what the FF strategy here is. Are they going for exits? It looks like it. I've never seen this, and I don't think it will work. And it doesn't look like Roy is falling for it. So that was pretty eventless. But I guess Sir Roberts had a death wish as he's dying to the bomb. It's not even a soundboard. That's the worst part of it, Jello. My production value is so low, I'm literally opening single tabs to play Meme Stand. But yeah. I didn't know how to react in any way to this because I literally never saw it. I mean, I guess it could have worked. But the reason why I'm so surprised by it is the fact that as a T, in order to get out, you don't have to like go anywhere near this part to be safe from the bomb. They can just run here. So in order for that to work, they really need to push up all the way. But then they make so many footsteps, you know. So yeah, I'm confused. Not confused does seem to be Roy as they managed to take another round. This time they seem to elect for an A. We have Toby sort of protecting the dropper from an interesting spot. Rest of the team, Sir Roberts gets pre-naded, loses half HP. Toxic decides, Sir Roberts, that is not enough. I want you at 0 HP. And he also kills Toxic. Madage is sick of his shit, nading Browse and taking him down, but 2 Phoenix showing he can also do that. Nading headshot, and suddenly it's a 4v2 situation. Actually make that 4v1. Toby in the lurk at this point should just save. GGs are being called in chat. I think that's quite premature in terms of the actual map. Because Roy should be able to fight, but Toby should not fight this, my guy. There's the nade coming, which wouldn't have killed him, but yeah, the killer team was on the run. And Zam, as the kids say, 5-9, maybe we get into funny number, as Roy can buy more rifles, and they do indeed, as they should. It's last round otherwise, or I mean it's potentially last round everywhere, anyways. But yeah, it's looking grim. Nup having a stretch, then deciding, you know what, I'll actually join the team. Looks like they're smashing B. Tima and Krant ready. Tima pre-firing, and now the pre-nade coming in, but actually it's beautiful. It kills mid-H. I'm not sure how, to be honest. I thought he was past that. Tima killing Opello, but Sir Roberts trading out all the way, leaving just Nub, and Nub is like, guys, why do you keep doing this shit to me? Like, this is not funny. Yeah, it's time. I did dog it, GG. I did. I shouldn't have. I should have learned by now. Nup, I don't know how to tell you this, but there's no saving. I mean, it looks like you're like fainting a rotate, but it's 1v4, and now you peek. And now they know. I mean, we are all rooting for you. This is the underdog story. He's avoiding the nade. Can he get the pick on Phoenix? cannot. So with that, it's GG. Second round is going, or second map is going to FF, meaning they actually, I don't know what the hell is going on with my Path TV. I think it might just crash. Maybe I paid so many memes that the game decided, you know what, this is pretty cringe, I'm gonna crash. In any case, map 3, indeed, you would have gotten map 3 anyways, but now you get map 3 that decides over the set, and can you ask for more? So far, the games have been somewhat close, but swinging in either direction. On the stockpile part, it swing heavily towards Roy, and on the stockpile part, as we Stahlbrecher part, as we just saw, it swung towards FF 100% because of their very impressive T-play. So yeah, I'm really curious what will happen on map 3 in terms of scoreboard. We see Tima again with a 79-40. On the Roy side, we have Medage with a 15-30. Toxic managed to get a nice 2.0 KD here. Very nice, Mr. Toxic. However, 2 Phoenix showing him, hey, you noob, how about you get a 3-1 KD? And so did he. Yeah, let's try to salvage this Path TV while we wait on the next map. I might have to restart. Hopefully I don't have to restart so much. But we're gonna listen to some more Nujabis as we wait. And this one is called Wind Speaks. I hope you enjoy. Death, I don't know if you know. Oh, actually, we don't have audio. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I was trying to just mute Path and not the music. Sorry. There you go. Yeah, Death Star. So Lark left Friendly Fire one more time, and therefore he had a cooldown and couldn't, play for 2 weeks on the opposing team. So he's not in this, as he's still on cooldown until, I believe, next week. So I think he'll be able to play starting from tomorrow for Royalty, but today he's not allowed to play. So yeah, that's the situation. Scoreboard is updated. I haven't heard on map 3. Hopefully it will start soon. In the meantime, I recommend you get yourself some drinks, maybe some snacks, because we are certainly in for a treat. This is another good game. I'm loving this. We had a really close game the other day, which was fantastic to cast, and this one is also of very high quality and, fun. Still, I don't know what that CT thing was that we just saw. If you know, let me know, but I'm still confused. And we do have a third map, which is Ulrich. By the way, you got another Discord ping, so you should check that out. They're already loading into this one, so let's kill the music. Hopefully everybody loads in. I am quite happy as to how fast everything is progressing tonight. It helps us being hyped up. But in case we're not hyped up, let's listen to some more of this, because I feel like it's the perfect Pavlov music. But then again, it goes with everything, you know? You can't go wrong with this track. Alright, enough of that nonsense. We are loading into Ulrich, and it looks like once again everybody loaded in on the right side. Absolutely beautiful how both PavTV and Pavlov tonight work. That is actually how you want to see it. So, yeah, looks like interestingly enough, FF starts on the CT side. I say this because I would argue this map is slightly T-sided, although certainly not when I play, especially when I play on the C-side. In any case, FF was the away team, meaning this was Roy's pick, meaning they picked CT. So we'll see how that works out for them. From personal experience, I can say it's quite annoying playing as a T against FF. So, yeah, maybe Roy will find out. Actually, that's not true. They're going for an execute, but kind of like, hey Toby, is this gun loaded? And he just shoots him in the head. Hello charges the bomb and is being flashed, cannot find the spot, but he's still there. If Toxic is fast, he can maybe get him, but he just walks into the smoke, leaving just... Oh shit, I'm sorry, I'm so bad at this. That's a good point. You probably want to see what's going on. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I got it now. I got it now. Yeah, that was my bad. So anyways, what was happening here? Some people got shot here. Some people got shot here. Apello managed to plant the bomb there. And yeah, then Timo died and the round was over. So you didn't miss anything. And if you did, then I'm very sorry. I fucked that up. Yeah. And now it looks like we have sort of a split push. MedH now on the bridge, sort of warping over the bridge. Jesus Christ. He heard them, but was still being shot down. That is Timo doing just to Phoenix and plant the Knife Master. Throwing his knife, not hitting MedH. And at this point, Phoenix should probably just save, but doesn't manage to. Hello Mano, I can absolutely not understand what you're saying, but I hope it's something nice and pleasant, because otherwise I would need to ban you. But yeah. Yeah, 2-0 for Roy. Apello actually having negative score. We might have missed a team kill, to be honest. I don't really know. Actually, yeah, it must have been. But since he planted the bomb, he probably got some score back. Grant with the pre-nade heavily tagging Nab. That was a good pre-nade. So now they should know Tima is already rotating towards the bridge. Timo on the barrel. Toby trying to make the take. Apello again pre-charging the bomb. I think that's a mistake because Grant is still there. He's now being naded, but it's too late. The bomb is down and they know it. Nab sprinting over now, having to find the bomb in this pile of corpse. He does as he's being smoked off. But now 3-2 situation. They know where both players are, but Emo being early, being killed by MedH. Now if they play together, and I think Tima and Toxic are very much in sync, they should be able to kill MedH as they know exactly where he is. He sprints out of there and managed to take out Tima. He lost most of his HP and he's being smoked off, but Mr. Toxic probably doesn't have smokes. He's trying to blind fire the smoke, assuming that MedH is in the corner, but he's actually not. And unfortunately, he pays for this mistake with his life as MedH rubber bands away. So a good start for Roy here with a 3-0. Bit unlucky that he didn't spray all the way to the right here. So the 2v1 clutch coming in. I think they could have just waited on the smoke and then attempted to defuse, forcing MedH out of the smoke, or at least firing out of the smoke. But they decided to play it differently, which is also okay. If I was me, I wouldn't listen to myself. Ima playing with fire, and once again Grant manages to knife Nub. I believe this was at least the third, if not the fourth knife kill from Grant. Absolutely mad. Toxic trying the same, but however, that is not playing out the same. We could play a meme sound, but we leave it at that for now. Leaving just BMO and to Phoenix. None of them were able to pick up the gun of Nub. I believe Mad Age picked it up. Yes, he did indeed. Still, Grant will be happy about that extra money in his bank account. Opello now going for the kill. And finding it on to Phoenix. And also that knife missed, so it's just one kill. Not the best save round for sure. Except for Grant, nobody gets anything, but they now have a lot of money. Can they make something happen here on CT? A pre-nade coming in hot, tagging both Nub and Toby. The second nade also coming in. Nub now one shot, Toby half HP, not phased by that at all. Just pushing on. However, Nub testing his luck, finding another nade. I believe that was the third nade. Phoenix trading out Toby for himself, which is not ideal as Toby was already 1 HP. Timo killing Sir Roberts on Belong, turning into a 3v2 situation. Timo on the flank. They know where Mad H is. He's in that spot again. But now this time 3v1. If they play together, they absolutely should have this. That's a grenade, but it doesn't even touch Mad H. I'm not sure why. They are flashing him off. They are really stopping him. But this time Timo managed to trade out for him. So they have all the time in the world to gather several guns and defuse the bomb. Bringing the first round towards the FF side. The place is littered with corpses, and I believe not like half of those were actual corpses and not PAF-TV bugs. So now they have the guns, they have one win on the Roy side. Mad H actually stacking that money, 10k, now buying down to 7k, still 7k is a lot. Toby also still rich. It's only Nub and Opello who are hurting for cash a little bit, but they still were able to buy everything. And it looks like a bit of a split push. 3 people A long, 2 people waiting on the pre-nade, but we also see aggression on A long in terms of like pre-gunfire. So Grant trading out nades with Nub. Nub finding out, hey, Grant is a better dealer on this one, as he dies to the nade and only halving Grant by HP. Interesting smoke grenade. It still might work to a degree if they are not pushing too fast. So Roberts finds out I should not walk into smoke. Demo mows them both down, leaving just Opello on A long, who is 1/3 HP. We have Mad H in the mid. Can he make the play here? Opello being taken out by Nate, and they know where the last player is. And he trades out with Kant. Unfortunately for Roy, 2 Phoenix will be able to save that gun, so it's a perfect round. They wipe down the economy one more time, so Roy should still be able to buy by dropping guns. Mad H can buy for Nub, and Toby can maybe drop an AK for Opello. So they can play one more round, but obviously they really need to, you know, do something. Wobba, wobba, wobba. That's an interesting name, sir. But your allegiance seem to be strongly for FF. We'll see if your favorite team can manage to bring this one home. Looks like 2 people under, 1 A long, to be sort of a 1-2-2 split. Looks like they are managed to capture under because BMO has to fall back. He's being double peeked. He has to play it shallow, only fighting Nub at the time. Now we see the rotations coming in. The nades are a bit ambitious. BMO now losing out the fight. Both players are heavily tagged. Lucky for them, that's just a smoke grenade, but they are indeed scared and fall back, giving Toxic the time to fall back. And it looks like a bit of a stalemate at this point. It doesn't look like Roy will continue aggressing, and they don't need to at this point. They still have plenty of time. Toby's in the flank. Unfortunately, he dies to Tima, and the way he was directed, they know it's an A. So if they can hold it from the CT side, leaving just Toxic on the side, then this will happen absolutely beautiful, leaving just Mad H, who's probably not amused, and Toxic with, I believe that was even a 4K, might have been a 3K, maybe a 4K. Yeah. The score so far is, first map is 10-6 for Royalty on Stockpile, second map is Stahlbrecher 10-5 for Friendly Fire. So you're in the final and deciding map, Cooley. Sam Saber tried to jinx it, so far it hasn't happened yet. We'll see if it happens. Carl Jr., Kylie, however you say it, says, Perkele, I'm rooting for my former teammate Orpello, a very noble thing to do. Orpello is moving towards the BS, is most of his team, Sir Roberts walking over to A-Long, trying to show Mr. Toxic who's boss, who sprint pieced the corner. I don't think he saw him. One more time, didn't see him. Now he saw, I mean, he might have not saw him, but the gunfire kind of gives it away. It looks like Bimo's dropping under, trying to prevent that happening again. But the rest of the enemy team is over towards B-side, so potentially a very dangerous situation, as we only have 2 people on the spot. Toxic winning the fight against Sir Roberts, B-Long being smoked off. They're now making footsteps, so they know it's a B. The breeze is coming in, but Brand is in the ninja spot. Toby is able to take down Phoenix, but Bimo just holding Long down, leaving just Toby, who rushes one more time onto side into Krant's gun, feeding him kills. Final round, and I think Roy is still able to buy. I think they're on loss at this point. Yeah, so we'll see if they can get one more round, or if they need to, you know, bring it home on the CT side. Yes, indeed, it's a very close game so far. Sort of even to Phoenix and Orpello, lagging behind slightly in terms of kills and such. But it's a team game. It heavily depends on where you play. At least that's how I excuse my terrible plays all the time. But just saying it's Black Cat's fault. I can highly recommend, even if he's not in your team, just blame him anyways. It works wonders for your ego. So now we have another B push. Tima taking out Nub in the mid with just a small M4 burst, also tagging mid H, so they know there's one more player there. More fighting. Tima winning this one again as well. Toby wide peeking and taking out Grant. The nade is heavily tagging him, but they know already he was there. He's then playing with his life, leaving just Orpello and Sir Robert. Sir Robert's fighting it from long, Phoenix having none of that. And also taking Orpello with the 3K. Maybe 2 Phoenix hurt me because he wanted those kills and he got him. Really improving his scores here. Roy was crazy CT-sided in Roy versus Aristocracy. I don't think Roy played Aristocracy, Coley. You might have that mixed up, but yeah. Yeah. And now on the pistol side for FF, we are seeing a somewhat slow B push. We're seeing the crap game. Do we have a meme? I think it's too short. I would play the crap song, like Monster Cat, you know. Din, 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 you know, that one, you know? It would have been funny, but I didn't have it prepared. I feel like it would take away from the round now. Tima with a beautiful headshot into the vents. Toby not getting any arrow of that one. He just gets bullets into his head and now breaks his side, but Orpello still has a thing to say about that. He's just walking around the corner and then is being walked around the corner by Tima, who just destroys people at this point. They have the side 3-3 situation. Bomb is planted. Phoenix is securing the flank, but there's no flank coming, so he needs to get back to side. Tima just killing everybody. Is this an ace by Tima? I know he's killed 3 people so far. I'm not sure. Okay, he's dying to definitely not an ace. 1v1 situation. Nub is one shot and he needs to defuse. All that Phoenix needs to do is wait on this one and kill him. Exactly played right. You have to type in 8 numbers. There's a lot of time. You don't need to immediately peek it. Phoenix knows this. Phoenix is a pretty smart player, so this was the expected outcome. Really nothing Nub have come there, but again, I want to point out how Tima just popped off. You give Tima a freaking Glock and you have an army on your side. It's pretty crazy. Friendly Fire learning from their stockpile round that, you know, let's not fuck around, let's just freaking buy rifles. Can it still say fuck? And looks like a Roy knife trim is coming in, not connecting. Phoenix finding all the enemies. He's finding, you know, that's a bit too many, even though I have infinite ammo. Serbo's knife barely missing. Almost want to get the Benny Hill beam out. He does manage to kill Mad H, but then dies to a 1911 by Sir Roberts, who also has an M4, which is obviously a scary thing. I don't think Sir Roberts should play this. He's quite tagged and Beamos in the flank. I think he realizes this and, you know, fucks off. But unfortunately for him, Toxic smelling What's going on? Shooting him in the back, getting that kill. He's not getting the gun back, but that doesn't even matter because he denied the gun to the enemy. I need to have more memes ready on this one, I'm sure of it. 1 second. Alright, looks like a slow B push. Let's fly over here, get sort of an overview. Pre-nade, not tagging anybody. That nade bounced back, so nobody was tagged by that. Which in this case, really good. Pre-firing all around, no tags. This one, however, heavily tags Toby. A lot of util being expensed here. Don't think that airframe did anything. Two Phoenix now dying in the flank, so they need to accelerate as they know Mad is pushing. However, the take on the side is not successful. No, does manage to get the bomb down, and Bimo managed to kill Mad in the flank, leaving just Toxic and Bimo against. Words are hard. 1v2 situation. They know Bimo's there because he killed Mad They don't have clippers. Bimo should probably know this. He does the clap dance, but he does not manage to clutch it out. I think he should have waited until he heard the B4 B sound, but he probably feared the clippers. So this means this round is going towards Roy, 7-5. But again, Friendly Fire will be able to save, play if Krant is dropping an AK for Phoenix, which I assume is going to happen. He's buying an M4 anyways. Yeah, guns being exchanged. Still a lot of util, but also a lot of util on the right side. We're seeing only one pair of clippers. I would like to see more clippers. Clippers save lives. Mostly they defuse bombs, but in the process they save lives. Just flying through all of the structures. Not a lot of pre-nades or smokes coming out from Royalty, interestingly enough. The pre-nades on the FF side, however, do not manage to take anybody, and it doesn't look like they're rotating off that smoke. Opello finding out, hey, I can shoot these vents, and he kills Bimo. He's pre-firing the smoke some more. But it doesn't look like Roy is rotating too hard. Nub killing Tima, but being traded out. Krant interestingly buying an AK with Shorty. But now it's a 2v4 situation, so they might want to pick up all the guns they can get and save this one. Because I don't think there's much in the way of winning this round. They don't really have sight. I believe Tima had the bomb. He might have been under. He might have been along. He kinda lost track in all this chaos. I don't see a corpse here, so I would assume... Yes, indeed, he got pushed under. Oh my god, where am I flying? So I would assume the bomb is somewhere here, maybe even fell off the map. This is why, personally, I don't like taking the bomb ever down there, because the risk of losing the round immediately is just too high. I'm not sure that's happened here, because we can't exactly tell. But I don't see the bomb anywhere. I'm sure Tima had it, I'm sure he died here. But I don't know if it's actually not there. Let's check on Krant or Toxic. Yeah, Krant actually managed to pick it up, so it looks like it didn't fall down. But they're just holding it along, so not a lot is happening here. We can have a scoreboard, of course, in these rather saving times. So Mad H managed to get 15 kills here. Tima, on the other hand, is 11. Yeah, 7-6 now. I think Friendly Fire will, for the most part, probably save, get some deagles, try to get a pick. The aggression on the right side really seemed to have paid off, as they managed to get a lot of hits. Looks like they're going for the B push. Phoenix lurking in mid. Mad H sprinting, or rather lagging, holy moly, towards this bridge. I couldn't see it, the rubber band. What's going on the B side? Now smokes are being deployed. I hope those were Roy smokes. If they were Opellos, and they were beautiful. He's now wide peeking the vents, pretty dangerous. Bimo can see him. He does not manage to land his shots, however. Opello shows him how it's done. And disregarding the smoke, just killing Opello anyways, might have desynced there. That's always unfortunate when that happens. You think you're safe, but then suddenly, bam, you're not. Tima now walking into sight, maybe with knives. He's expecting. He's baiting out the shots. I'm not sure. Yeah, these shots are coming out of Z. He's probably expecting somebody Ninja as well. Just making sound there, but Toby is not having any of it. He's dancing with Toby. And 2Phoenix trying to make it on side. I believe he had bomb. Not sure why Toxic didn't peek in that second. That would have been a free kill right there. Leaving just Grant and Toxic, who's falling back. Same situation as before. Looks like Toby's not content, going for the hunt. Very dangerous. If Toxic peeks him at the right time, this should be an easy kill. Although MedH is close for the refrag. Doesn't look like Mr. Toxic wants to risk his KD. And MedH up there, honestly, I'm not sure that's legal. That looks like a pixel walk to me. To be honest, I didn't even know that was possible. Yeah, interesting. I guess you have to walk here and then over there. I was not aware of this one. Hopefully that's legal. Otherwise, there could be more AP drama. I personally wouldn't report for anything like this, as it had zero impact on the round. The round was won anyways. Certainly not because of that one. But as we found out in the past weeks, the mods are quite strict in terms of a lot of things. Bit of a mess indeed. That's usually what happens when people shoot guns at other people and hit them. Tight score indeed. Good observation. 7-7 now. Looks like another B push, although a slow one. They probably fear the pre-nades, as they should. But Opello just saving his nade. Does he even have a nade? He does. Saving it. Toby throwing it, but not taking anybody. This is very slow. They are just waiting out the smoke. Can they get the take, is the question. They really need this take. They would not break Roy's economy completely, as MedH and Toby have saved up a lot of money, as does Sir Roberts. But it would certainly help them set up maybe towards a win. If they do not win this one, then they will be really far behind. White flashbang, that nade beautifully tagging Opello to half. He's far back. I think if he were closer, he would have died. An absolute artillery strike coming in, not tagging anybody. They're not reaching, but Tima is being killed. Toxic trades him out and now blocking barrels, and he is actually completely smoked out, so none of those shots connect. If the bomb is going down, he will be able to manage to... Oh, Tima actually had it, but Bimo picked it up. Bimo planted in a risky play by long. He could have been killed, but he did manage to do it. He's not realizing that Nub actually pushed up, so he dies to it. Holy clean now. Can they hold? They're going for the clip. And they managed to do it because there was cover all around. So unfortunately for FF, they did not win this round, but they did a lot of damage in terms of economy. However, Roy still has all the money. So they can just buy back into this one. FF really needs a win at this point. They did manage to plant the bomb, so they were able to, you know, buy in one more time, and absolutely they should, because at this point what they need is not money, because there will be a loss. But what they do need is actually a freaking win. Looks like they are not content with their B, as they actually didn't manage to hold this one. Instead, they're going for an A. That nade just bounced against, and I think that one fell to the floor. Play the funny meme sounds. What's also a funny meme to Bimo is the nade, as he just nukes Sir Roberts with a beautiful nade. They then decide, you know what, let's not actually go for the A, let's go for the B. Bimo keeping up appearances by dropping smokes, by keeping pushing, by making sound, and Roy is buying all of it. We have MedH who's rubber banding into the virus. We have somebody in L. We have another player in Iris, leaving just Opello anchored on the B side, about to find out he's in a world of pain as the gunfire opens. But 2Phoenix is on the bridge, preventing the rotate. However, he does not actually prevent the retake, and now Bimo is sort of out of position. They now manage to take out Opello and have the side for themselves. MedH taking out Grant. That is now being smoked out. Toby just pushing into the smoke. Super dangerous. Actually, he's walking behind it. And then opening fire on Mr. Toxic, who is not agreeing on anybody. Bimo is in the flank in a 4v2 situation. This looks actually like an FF win, especially if Bimo can accelerate the flank. Tima shutting down Nub, leaving just MedH, who is able to frag Tima and Mr. Toxic, but Bimo is shutting him down. I feel like the rubber banding is getting progressively worse. Maybe that's just my observation. Again, I just really hope that's a Puffy V artifact. Because that definitely doesn't look like fun to play against. Jesus Christ. Then again, everybody knows I'm quite sensible to everything. And I also can announce the good news. Unlike the last cast, this one is actually brought to you again in a full good internet. So we actually can crank it up here on Twitch in the 6K. Twitch doesn't allow me more. Otherwise I would go higher. Funny enough, I tried to start streaming like my usual 25K from YouTube. but Twitch just wouldn't allow it. There would be nothing on Steam. Opello, however, allows you know, Tima just to shoot him in the face. They take the side, and just like that, they're in a 5v3 situation. I'm not sure what went wrong this round for Roy, but Roy probably better save whatever guns they have. Now besides, I don't want to say the home peak charges in and just dies. MedH gets the refrag on Tima. I don't think we can call that a refrag. I did it anyways. But MedH now realizing I probably shouldn't fight this more as I'm absolutely one-shot. So Roberts still has a decent amount of HP, but fighting 4 people from their position with no utility is a fool's gambit, and they realize this as they are very experienced at this game. Just holding and saving their gun, which could potentially the final round here. On the Roy side, the economy is looking rough. I think several members will struggle to afford everything they need to afford. Tima being killed by 2 Phoenix, the absolute betrayal by the bomb, of course. I believe MedH and Sword Roberts can drop some guns, and Nub can actually afford an AK. He actually buys an M4, the absolute mad lad. And he has a grenade. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, they probably dropped pre-nades for him. He put one into his hand, and they're, you know, getting everything else. The downside now for him is, and that's why I find it interesting, there's the pre-nade, a bit short, but he has another, actually has he another? Yeah, there's another one. He doesn't have armor, so that's why I feel like he shouldn't play there. But then again, who has armor at this point on the right side? Their economy is kind of fucked. I think if he throws the pre-nade now, that would be a very good play. He's very patient with this one. He doesn't want to use it. He's holding onto it. Please, let it go. It is time, my guy. It is time. There it goes. There goes the pin. He tags Snowbot somehow? But somehow he also doesn't get tagged. Side is smoked off beautifully. C is completely smoked off, as is quad to a large degree. However, the take is not happening. We have Bimo in the flank who really needs to now get the kills. He managed to get Roberts, you know, but it's being half HP. Matt searching for the fight, hitting just Opello there, and he's now one shot. But so is Bimo. 2v3 situation, but it doesn't look good for FF in this situation. I believe that Phoenix has the bomb, otherwise he would probably not rotate. Yes, he does, and we do not have anybody under. This could be potentially devastating for Roy, as they are giving up A side pretty much uncontested, not realizing it's about to go down. Bimo just needs to cover to Phoenix, and he does not. I would have liked to see 2 Phoenix drop the bomb for Bino, as he was 0 HP, and then White Peak himself instead of going with the bomb, but that was not the case. So now we have a 9-9 situation. I don't think it could get any closer than this, as this final round will decide the entire evening. In a different phrasing, none of this mattered before. The only thing that matters now is this. Both teams have the money. Both teams have a lot of util, except for Sir Robert. Oh no, never mind. He's actually buying stuff now. Looks like they're going back to the B push. And it looks like Roy plays it traditionally. We have MedH on a long, maybe, you know, now going over to bridge, and 3 people on the B. That nade, I don't even know how that nade bounced. Opello just pre-firing smoke. Smokes are beautiful. Z is being completely naded. Toby, however, wise enough, being far back. Nub, meanwhile, nading Bimo and also taking out Tima, and then trading with Grant. Beautiful. Toxic, however, managed to take out Grant. 2 minutes in 2v3 situation. They need to keep their head, you know, they need to really not be too aggressive on this one. Phoenix does manage to get a kill. They know there's probably more on site. They had all the time in the world. Yes, they spot MedH as he pre-fires his silenced M4. It's not silenced enough. 2v2 situation. This is absolutely crucial. Whoever gets the next frag is probably going to win the game. I still have 40 seconds on the clock. MedH now going for the util. In the meantime, 1v1 situation. And Phoenix clutches it out with the twist. Oh my god, I was sure MedH would have had it. He had him in the back. But oh my god, it came down to a one-on-one situation that decided at 10-9. And therefore FF absolutely wins this round. Do we have something here? No, this one is actually not the right thing that we want. It's actually, okay, this was the thing for Royalty. GG's indeed. Let's see if we can get some meme sounds for FF, we absolutely can. And with this one, I'd like to say GG's. I hope you guys had a good time tonight. I certainly did. This was an absolutely fantastic game to cast. Lots of memorable moments. I will see you next time here on Radio RFL. Please do not sue me. This is not an actual radio station. And yeah, I hope you get fun. See you next time.